Here's Paddy Power's latest horse racing offer. It's money back as a free bet if your horse finishes second to the SP Fav at one meeting every day this month. Paddy Power, you're welcome. Max free bet £25, 18 plus. Please gamble responsibly.
Yes, you're listening to the Racing Postcast with me, Sam Lowry. Paul Keeley in the studio. We've got Brendan Duke and David Jennings on the phone from Ireland. Looking ahead to Sunday's big race, the Prix de Jockey Club 3:15 at Shanty. Strong British challenge for the race this year. Dundee Third Foundation, Group 1 winner Robin of Navan for Harry Dunlop, Imperial Aviator and Ventura Storm completing the British lineup. Hayden O'Brien's also got Bravery and Black Sea in there. Paul, would you be looking to the British and Irish runners for the winner?
Well, you know, I can't pretend to be an expert on all the French horses. I really do like Imperial Aviator. I don't know whether he's going to be good enough, but when you look at that London Gold Cup, he was, 3 furlongs out. I had a decent bet on him. I thought, hang on a minute, he's in trouble here. And he just kept rowing away, and then suddenly he picked up and he went. And I thought that was a mark of a really, really good horse. He's got a draw in stall 5, which should be perfect. He'll be prominently ridden. I hope he's good enough. I'm not going to say that I know he is or I think he is, because I don't know enough about the French runners. But if I was going to have a bet, that'd be it.
It does look like it's going to be very, very soft ground. Would that be any concern?
Yeah, I don't think that'll worry me. It was good to soft when he won at Leicester. I think he'd go through it fine.
And David, have you got a view on this one?
Yeah, I thought Zarak got a bad ride, I have to say, in the French Guineas. His previous form, he'd won on heavy ground at Deauville on his debut, and then he won on soft ground at Maison Lafitte. I think he needs cutting the ground. I think it was too quick from the last day. I think they think the world of him over there. I think he's 5-1. It's probably about fair. I think he's a good horse. He's drawn in stall 16, which is obviously a huge worry. I think, as Paul said, I think Imperial Aviator is a good horse, but I just thought Zarak, before the Guineas the last day, I thought he was going to be very, very good. So I'd just be willing to give him one more chance.
And Brendan, can you just give us a quick show of betting in your tip for the race?
Sure, 7-2 Foundation, 5-1 both Zarak and Mechtal, 7-1 Racide and Imperial Aviator, 8-1 Robin of Navan, and 12-1 Bravery, 14 Spar.
What's your verdict on the race, Brendan?
Well, it's very difficult, as you said, Sam. It's currently heavy ground there. So I mean, that makes things really difficult. I don't know a whole pile about it, but I like the pedigree of that Mechtal. He has form on heavy ground, and it looks like he probably wants 1.5 miles, but this will be a savage test. He can lie up with the pace, so I'll go for him, but just a nominal fancy.
Okay, some tentative selections then for the big race at Shanty on Sunday. Looking at the rest of the action elsewhere on Sunday, David, have you got any tips for us?
Yeah, we've got Kilbeggan and we've got Listowel, so we get our first glimpse of Listowel in 2016. Yeah, the one horse I thought was interesting in a beginner's chase, Exaro, who used to be trained by Henry de Bromhead, but it was one of the quite a few horses to leave the Bromhead stable from Alnanan Potts. And I think he was rated 130 over hurdles. I think he's the makings of a decent chaser. Mouse Morris has got him now. He's probably one of the good ones to have left the Bromhead that the Bromhead would have been sick to see go, because I think he's a decent staying chaser in the making, and he goes into 5 o'clock at Kilbeggan, the Mullingar.ie beginner's chase, and he should be very hard to beat.
Okay, well, many thanks, David. Many thanks, Paul and Brendan. That's all we've got time for today. Do join us again on Monday. Bruce Millington will be back in the hot seat along with Alistair Down and Justin O'Hanlon, looking back on Derby weekend.
The Racing Postcast in association with Paddy Power. They stream all UK